on. Assalamualaikum. Yo, malam ni aku nervous lah guys. Aku nervous lah semua korang sebelum kita bermula. Kita masukkan dulu beberapa perkara-perkara yang penting bila bekerja seorang ni. Yes, jangan lupa kita bersama-sama malam ni dengan The Streaming Bros. Saya dengan partner saya, siapa lagi? Mr. Jibam. Belum, nanti kita keluarkan muka dia handsome tu. Malam ni kita dah bercerita macam-macam topik. Kita nak bercerita tentang satu topik yang lain dari kebiasaan, lain daripada apa yang biasa kita bincangkan. Sebelum ni kita dah banyak berbincang tentang technical. Kita dah berbincang pasal NDI, kita dah berbincang pasal equipment, kita berbincang pasal internet connection, macam-macam. Sampai semalam bergaduh pasal cikgu punya live streaming dekat untuk anak-anak murid dia orang. Kan, sampai ada seorang tu call aku, dia kata, bro, kau kena buat benda ni serius lah bro. Kan, sebab semalam punya idea tu sebenarnya satu idea yang best. Orang cari satu sekolah, jadikan satu benchmark untuk mengajar cikgu-cikgu yang tengah nak mengajar anak murid dia. What was the best setup yang diorang kena ada supaya anak murid diorang faham. Sebelum tu saya Rosli Muhammad daripada Migo Live, CST Production ataupun The Streaming Bros. Okay, alright. So, siapa tu The Streaming Bros? Partner saya malam ni kan. Dan korang kena ingat, malam ni kita ada bersama-sama dengan seorang lagi. Itu aku nervous tu bila seorang yang daripada US kita jemput dia kan. Alamak. Do I shoot? Apa? Nak kena cakap English ke Jibam? Aduh. Kejap Jibam. Okay, kejap. Mana dia partner saya, The Streaming Bros, Mr. Oh, sialah.
Woi.
Salah.
Woi.
Ini dia.
Kau ni nervous lah.
Aku nervous. Salah tekan dah.
Sampai music intro aku pun tak ada ni, apa cerita ni? Come on bro. Aduh.
Ini program kita mah.
Sekali lagi. Suka hati kita je.
Aduh, suka hati kita Okey, dekat ini saya menjemput partner saya, Mr. Jibam. Joget Jibam, joget.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh semua. Selamat malam, berjumpa kita sekali lagi dalam The Streaming Bros. Hari ni setup saya lain macam sikit sebab saya telah menerima banyak komen.
Kapan dia lalu weh?
Okay, nanti sabar. Satu-satu kita buat improvement. Sebab dah ramai orang bagi komen. Dia cakap, Jibam, sound tak berapa best lah. Kau punya kamera pun asyik bocor-bocor je, zoom virtual background tu kan. So hari ni saya telah mengimprovisekan live streaming saya. Sebab saya sekarang ni berada di Ampang. Saya di rumah saya. Rosli berada di UK Perdana. Okay, so kita menggunakan vMix pada hari ni. vMix remote. Kita panggil vMix call
Dia punya kualiti ni kan berbeza. Jauh gila je bang.
Nampak? Saya dapat buat green screen, chroma key. Nampak? Nak tahu saya tipu ke tidak? Nampak? Tangan saya dah terpotong. Sebab saya ambil apa yang perlu sahaja.
Cuba kau angkat mic baru kau. Mic baru
hilang? Dan in terms of audio mesti kau dah dengar. Yes.
Oh my god.
Inilah mic baru saya.
Aku jealous tu. Tadi kan
AKG
bro, aku dah beli dah mic
AKG.
Aduh, siut lah AKG klasik look semua kan. Tapi tak apa, itu bukan mic
So hari ni So hari ni sound saya okey tak? Kalau boleh tak komen? Boleh tak komen dekat comment section. Sound saya rasanya macam hari ni better kan, sebab kita pakai USB mic, so lebih clean lah, lebih cantik dia punya sound tu. Visual pun dah macam wish, ini macam professional, pakai kamera SLR ke apa. Tak ada, saya pakai webcam je. So just imagine kita pakai vMix, pakai webcam, pakai USB mic. Kalau nak pergi kedai Ninja Gadget tu pun boleh beli USB mic. Okay, pun you akan dapat lebih kurang lah quality macam ni. Macam saya peminat AKG. Nampak tu AKG kan.
That's not
kan?
my dream mic.
Janji sound power.
Kau tunggulah, siapa nak donate dekat aku tengah nak kumpul duit untuk beli mikrofon idaman aku.
Okay. So saya rasa kita dah boleh panggil kot kita punya guest. Okay, boleh fade music sikit kan. Saya nak introduce dulu. Saya nak kena bagi introduction dulu pada guest kita pada malam ni. Okay, kalau korang semua nak tahu, walaupun saya ada 20 tahun pengalaman dalam bidang hiburan ni, so yang saya jemput pada malam ini none other than one of my sifu dalam dunia hiburan tanah air lah, local industry, entertainment industry scene. I really look up to her. Okay, saya kenal dia masa tu zaman saya jadi floor manager. Saya kenal dia buat pertama kali masa saya buat program Anugerah Bintang Popular Berita Harian. Dulu dia in charge program tu. Okey, Berita Harian bagi pada guest kita ni, dia kira the rights untuk produce. So first time saya kerja dengan dia. Terus terang ini saya rasa first time Kak Jen akan dengar daripada saya juga. Saya pada pertama kali saya kenal dia, memang saya tak suka dia. Kan, dia ni very particular tau. Dia macam pain lah, macam suruh buat itu, suruh buat ini, suruh buat itu, very particular throughout the smallest things. Kan, so dia macam menyusahkan kerja saya. Tapi bila saya tengok karakter dia dan macam mana the whole industry, artists, musicians, technical guys, sound engineers, lighting engineers bekerja dengan dia, semua orang macam tabik spring kat dia tau. So saya cakap, she is a very important figure in this industry. So saya memerhatikan, saya follow career dia, dan pada ketika itu, masa tu saya budak lagi lah dekat TV3, dan saya cakap, okay, I need to be like her. Aku kena jadi macam dia sebab dia tahu semua benda. Dia tahu semua benda daripada aspek content, daripada aspek technical, daripada aspek PR. Saya cakap, saya kena tahu macam mana nak jadi macam dia ni kan. So saya follow dia, dan Alhamdulillah, mungkin ada orang lain yang nak kerja dengan dia. Orang cakap susah lah kerja dengan dia, tapi pada aku tak. Dia ni special lah. Dia ni sangat special. So inilah dia guest kita pada hari ni, Jennifer Thompson. Wow, tunjuk Kak Jen, tunjuk.
Mana?
Keluarkan wajahnya. Mana dia?
Wow.
Wow. Dia menari juga. Music. Yeah. Sound. Okay, itulah dia Kak Jen. Sorry Kak Jen saya tadi pertama kali saya mengaku tau. Saya awal-awal ni memang saya macam sakit hati, takut.
Saya tak adalah. I mean, we all learn about each other. Kita selalu bekerjasama. Kita pun first time kerja segan kan. So no problem. Biasalah production, memang biasa. We'll yell at each other, shout at each other. Lepas habis, okay, no problem.
Enjoy. Itu paling best lah. Time kerja kita akan maki hamun, bergaduh apa semua. Tapi masa kita bekerja tu, kita enjoy, kita deliver what we rehearse, what we practice, we deliver, and everything is for the same goal, just one goal, to make the show the best one ever for that particular part. Itu yang kita kena ingat lah. Ingat tu
awal ada orang puji Kak Jen, Jeffrey Rahman, terbaik bro. Kak Jen ni legend memang. That's why aku daripada petang tadi kan dah macam apa. Aku rasa dah macam nak duduk kat belakang dah. Kan, walaupun kita bercerita tentang live streaming, tapi aku rasa macam Jibam je lah, kau je lah dengan Kak Jen.
Okay. So pada pada siapa yang tak kenal Kak Jen ni legend, dan kalau korang tak kenal, korang something wrong with you guys. Okay. So Kak Jen ni dia banyak lah, dia punya position dia, post dia banyak. Tapi again, to me, an important key person in the local entertainment scene lah. Itu je lah, saya rumuskan everything. Okay, dia terlibat secara langsung dalam dunia hiburan tanah air. So hari ini tujuan kami The Streaming Bros invite Kak Jen adalah basically nak tanya pada Kak Jen tentang progress selepas tahun lebih kita dalam COVID-19 ni, pandemik COVID-19. Industri hiburan adalah antara industri yang paling teruk kena dia punya tempias dia, sampai sekarang ni pun tak ada nampak dia punya future, the future of live entertainment shows, the future of performances, the people working behind the scenes. Kita tak nampak future dia lagi. Okay, so just nak tanya pendapat Kak Jen lah. So setelah 1.5 tahun ni, okay, soalan klise dia would be macam mana industri nak survive. Tapi saya tak nak tanya soalan klise tu. Saya nak tanya pada Kak Jen, dalam time yang kita heading to again another EMCO, okay, is there any quick fix for the industry? If you have any, maybe 3 ke, kalau you ada any quick fix that can help people in the industry untuk survive, artis-artis kita, performers kita, kru kita, ada ke tips ke atau any suggestion that mungkin kalau ada orang government dengar ke apa, boleh help them? Is there anything, Kak Jen?
I think that the hardest part is that all we want to do is work. Even we don't want free money, okay? We have never in our industry, mana-mana kita pun ever ask for free money. But we just want to work. So we hope that more people will give us jobs, more people will understand. I wish that people understand that hardly any clusters have come from the entertainment business. None of our shows have ever got a cluster come out from it. Kalau ada pun one or two people that got brought from outside, it wasn't from within the show that the COVID was brought in. So I rasa all our shows are strict SOP. Kita pergi, kita buat show, semua kena buat swab test. Sampai hidung dah sakit nak buat swab test lah weh. So I rasa we should go back to that, at least the control shows which corporate clients can do, TV station broadcast can do, and we can even do it ourselves actually. We can even do online concerts and stuff like that, as long as we follow the SOP. Yang paling penting is the SOP, which is something that our industry, when it comes to discipline, is one of the most disciplined. In terms of lineup, pakai tag, time makan, time jalan, time bernafas, that's all written in a rundown lah, for heaven's sake. So saya rasa people need to understand that we are very, very disciplined. And the shows that we've been doing in the last few months, the months where we can book and have a little bit of time to do shows, I mean, the artists have been scheduled to come in. They don't even bertemu with each other. Come in, do your thing, get out. Next, come in, do your thing. So it's possible. Things like this is possible, and I think that's the fastest fix for people, especially behind the scene. Because dekat depan, artists have no problem because they can sing, and some of them can play and sing, and musicians can perform. So you can still do it in front of a camera. But when you're a sound engineer, a lighting engineer, camera crew, you don't do. You bukan depan kamera, you belakang kamera kot. So how for somebody in power to say that, oh, kita boleh buat dari rumah. Okay, what are we all going to do dari rumah? And not everybody can teach. Some people can teach and some people can't teach. So we really do need to understand how to provide jobs for these people. The fastest other thing to do is for us to experiment ourselves, diri sendiri pergi cari apa yang kita boleh buat, yang terlibat dengan knowledge kita. Boleh kita ajar, boleh kita convert jadi online specialist, boleh kita, I mean, it's just like both of you. The two of you did the best thing ever, and to move into streaming, obviously. And what people don't understand is that there is a reason why you guys collaborated, because both of you put something else on the table. So bila awak collab dengan orang yang mungkin ada expertise dalam benda lain, Jibam dalam content dan Rosli dalam tech, so bila dua-dua combine boleh jadi satu show macam The Streaming Bros. So when you think out of the box like this, you can move on, do something different, provide something different for not just straight out singing entertainment or performing entertainment, even talking about your job or what you do or how anyone, nowadays everybody is streaming, so everybody will want to know this information. So I reckon that this is a quick fix. The last quick fix is kerja 7-Eleven, because believe me, saya pun pernah berfikir nak kerja 7-Eleven.
The truth is, Rosti, kau nak buka kedai burger kan dulu kan?
Itu lah.
Kalau kau nak jumpa aku, itu
dua hari lepas
kan?
sampai dah terfikir nak cari store burger dah. Dia punya tahap tu.
Sebelah 7-Eleven saya, okay? So at least kita boleh bercerita.
Itulah dia. Kajian.
Okay,
Terima
so,
kasih Kajian, sebab kita orang pun macam betul lah. Kajian ramai yang cakap macam gabungan saya dengan Jibam ni membawakan satu hasil yang macam wow, dan alhamdulillah kita dapat mengetengahkan benda ni ke arah satu industri yang ke arah yang positif, supaya kita dapat inspired orang buatkan satu benda tu biar we do seriously. Jangan buat main-main. Kalau tak nak buat dan tak nak buat terus, kan?
Betul.
Betul lah.
Okay, Kak Jan. Being someone important to the industry, I got one question to you. I'm sure a lot of like musicians, crews. I just want to know the real situation out there with them. Are they doing okay? Is there anyone who needs help? And how can we, or people can help them as well? Because again, jobs tak ada, you cannot do productions, you cannot do events. Nasib crew, riggers and all these kind of people, diorang takkan approach orang yang diorang tak kenal. They will trust their own circle. Are they doing okay?
There are many who are not, to be honest, because online at the moment can never replace the kind of money that people are earning doing live shows. The kind of income that you get, if anybody doesn't know, a lot of them work overtime, work 2-3 shows a week. So you do earn quite a bit of money by working hard. So many of them have turned to Grab, Lala Move. It's a situation that they have to terpaksa buat. Dah tak ada choice lain. And then again, you have others that with their expertise, diorang mungkin dah jadi ambassador untuk misal kata electronic companies, Sennheiser, Yamaha. So those people have managed to make the shift, but not everybody can make that shift, unfortunately. So untuk mereka yang masih tercari-cari, hang in there, just keep on going, just keep on asking people, jangan malu, okay? If you need help or you need something to do, just call and reach out to your circle, because I'm sure, because we've all helped people. I have venues, I have musicians, venues lagi worse because dia ada venue nak bayar sewa every month. I have venues that have to close down. They cannot afford to pay, cut staff. So benda-benda macam ni we cannot avoid. The other thing that you can do to help yourself is to make sure that online is there for you to help you. So you should go online and tengok what's available to you. Yes, memang saya setuju. When Bantuan Prihatin Nasional came out, it's not only you guys yang tak dapat, saya pun tak boleh dapat. Saya cuba. The first month after kita kena, exactly, the first month bila kita kena lockdown on the 18th of March, saya cuba mana-mana pun, macam-macam application saya cuba. Then I look at the application, wah, I need to have a sendirian berhad. Wah, I need to have 10 years in accounts. Wah, I need to. So
audited,
it was so
audited.
Audited account. Kita orang sangkut dekat situ, kan? Sebab
exactly. So better start company now, okay? 10 years later you can apply for something. So benda-benda macam ni, you weren't the only one, sir. People like me, 35 tahun in the business was stuck because I'm a freelancer. I don't have a company that I do audited accounts. It's like, how? Then I apply for Bantuan Prihatin Nasional. Oh, sorry, you tak layak. I'm like, I tak layak? How is it I tak layak? So eventually I started to look everywhere. I mean, DKD, MDEC, my CV, and then eventually I kind of found Cendana, because Cendana was offering, Cendana I think is more for the independent musician and the independent worker. So they have a few grants that are much easier for people to get in. And saya apply grant bukan so much for diri saya sendiri. Saya apply pasal saya nak tengok how easy, how difficult was it, the process. So I managed to get the Create Now funding, which I used for my Generasiku, my top program. And from there, saya went around and kind of teach people how to apply, because memang saya faham kita orang freelancer manalah tahu nak buat presentation lah, overview lah, costing lah, apa ke benda. But I'm like one of the lucky ones because I have to do it for my work. Bila jumpa klien, I kena buat presentation. So nasib baiklah skill tu saya boleh pakai untuk apply grant. So sekarang ni saya cuba nak mengajar skill tu pada orang lain. How do I apply for grants? So if anyone requires help to fill in a borang, it's easy. If you thought cendana is difficult to apply for, then you please try everything else. That one is the 10-year audited accounts. Sorry, I also cannot. So yeah, I mean that's another option open for workers lah.
Yeah, but I know that even if it's grants, I don't think so that is for your profit kan. I know Jennifer Thompson would not use that grant as profit. She's using it to help the industry untuk membantu semua orang kat luar sana, dan she actually give back kan. Whoever is involved in the program, whoever is involved in a talk show apa semua, she gives back because yelah niat dia lain. Betul tak Jana? Betul tak? I know you. I know you one.
Grant tu baru 3,500 bukannya 350,000.
Tapi betul lah Kak Jan, sebab saya agree dengan apa yang Kak Jan cakap tadi kan. Macam kita orang, macam saya percaya macam musician ke, artis ke, dia orang macam saya memang tak reti nak buat proposal. Benda tu yang stuck. Sebenarnya sebab kalau nak minta grant ke, nak minta apa-apa bantuan daripada mana-mana pun, kita orang memang kena strong in term of proposal. Bukan strong in term of kita punya kau punya kemahiran ke, kau punya award ke, apa tak ada. Benda tu yang macam stuck lah sebenarnya. Dan Alhamdulillah Jibam dia power benda tu Kak Jan.
See, that is why you do collaboration. Tak betul. Benda tu adalah collab. Some people know how to do business, some people know how to do creative, some people are lucky they know how to do both. I think that's you also, Jibam. So, but because kita ada experience bekerja dengan corporate, awak kerja dalam corporate, saya kerja dengan corporate. So I bet you every week you have to sit in front of a boardroom and give a presentation. So lama kelamaan awak akan jadi mahir lah dalam benda tu. So when people say I'm not entrepreneurial, I tak tahu macam mana nak buat business, benda tu adalah training sebenarnya. Dan kita tak boleh duduk dalam comfort zone kita. Kita kena keluar buat benda yang kita tak biasa. Believe me, this pandemic affected me just like everybody else. My salary is zero since February 2020. So I had to really think about what the heck am I going to do.
Yeah, that's true lah. Okay,
that's true.
So that is betul itu kita dah cerita mereka yang di belakang tabir. Maknanya that golongan-golongan ni lah yang antara yang paling kuat terkesan lah. Tolak tepi artis lah. Artis kita cerita lepas ni, ataupun talents ke apa kita cerita lepas ni. So saya memang sengaja nak sentuh in terms of kita punya crews ni lah. Crew, sebab saya banyak bekerja dengan crew. Rosli lagi banyak bekerja dengan crew, lighting man, sound engineers, props man, stage hands dan pelbagai lagi kan. Diorang ni adalah satu spesies yang tak besar golongan dia dekat Malaysia kan. Walaupun yelah berapa ramai je orang yang tahu pasal audio equipments, berapa ramai orang tahu pasang lampu show and everything, nak set up apa semua. Tak ramai kat Malaysia ni. Golongan kita kecil, circle kita kecil kan. Mungkin yang besar tu yang TV lah. Sebab TV always have the biggest budget to do all those kind of things. But again, this is the industry that we're talking about. So saya pun merayu juga kepada kru-kru dekat luar sana yang kalau ada permasalahan, tak cukup duit ke, tak cukup funds ke, tak ada bekalan makanan ke, please reach out to your circle. Tak perlu nak public ke apa, tak perlu, we understand. Reach out to your circle kan. I know everybody knows Kak Jen, mungkin tak ramai orang kenal saya, tapi boleh je cari. Kita orang ni ada je kat Facebook ke kat mana-mana, privately DM us, if we can help, we will help kan. Kita je yang boleh jaga kita. Nak lagi industri hiburan. Okay, so Kak Jan, let's go about talents kita juga. Okay, let's talk about the talents yang also affected because show yang orang kata yang mendatangkan income kepada mereka. For example, dinner shows, public performances, all these are income related shows. Kalau kebiasaannya, kalau you guys nak tahu show-show untuk TV station apa semua tu, mereka dapat bayaran, tapi bukanlah orang kata setimpal lah, because dengan TV station is more of a kira publicity punya stunt, you know, dengan radios and everything, all those are for their publicities. That's not the place where they make money. Sebenarnya dekat public performance, kat situlah mereka buat duit, because diorang tak ada gaji bulan. Dia tak ada artis yang okay, cukup bulan dapat gaji 10,500. Kalau ada, tolong bagi tahu saya pun nak sign. Artis ke aku ni? Okay, so kita pergi pada golongan yang dah established kat Jen. Okay, all these artis-artis yang kat luar yang dah tak ada public performances, dinner shows and things like that. So in your opinion, is there anything, benda-benda baru yang diorang lakukan sekarang ni, contoh macam live streaming, virtual concert, is it working for them dalam keadaan pandemik sekarang ni, dan juga mentaliti masyarakat Malaysia yang ada sekarang ni, is it working for them?
I think the lucky part about today is that you can make money, thank you to influencers, you can make money without actually doing like a show or performance. You have endorsements, you have you can do stuff for clients online, which can get you a fair income. But having said that, you need to be an artist yang dah ada nama. Kalau artis yang baru coming up, kalau awak independent artist, definitely you will not be able to get that kind of income that established artist has. And of course, it's an established artist that has a social media social media punya presence. Kalau tanpa presence tu, I don't think anybody wants to take. So I think it's a time now for everyone to try and up their social media game, their presence game, not only in social media lah, right across the board. If you don't continue to do it, bila the good time comes back, other people would have overtaken you. Younger artists who are much better at social media, much better at reaching out to public. So my advice to most artists is gunakan masa sekarang untuk build the foundation untuk coming up, get the fans, engage dengan fans, and yeah, you can do some smaller shows online. I know the biggest problem is kita punya market adalah agak kecil. So bila awak dah buat satu show, orang lain tak nak tengok awak. So if it's like touring, you can go every state and the state would not have seen you. Tapi once you're online, the whole world can see you. So yes, everybody can see you. The trick to this is sebenarnya to do a production show. Awak jangan buat show tanpa berfikir apa jenis show you nak buat. So content tu is very very important. What do you want to sampaikan dalam show ni? Awak nak buat akustik, awak nak buat traditional instruments, awak nak rearrange benda, you nak feature ramai orang duets, you nak buat lagu yang bermakna pada awak, apa you nak buat? So when you think like that, then each and every show becomes different. People have to tune in, otherwise sorry, you miss. So that's another way of having to think out of the box lah for everyone.
Okay.
Actually, where do we go?
There's a lot of there's a lot of virtual concerts that going on, virtual performances that's going on. Salah satu, for example, yang paling kita ingat di peringkat awal adalah performance Datuk Siti Nurhaliza. Masa tu dia buat dengan YOLO, if I'm not mistaken. It was a fantastic setup. I think so you are involved as well. Rusli, kalau ada insert boleh tarik sikit. Okay, so it was a performance yang pakai screen sekeliling, ada zoom faces was involved in the show. You were involved in the show as well. So ni antara yang pertama lah. This one to me, for a start, memang gempak lah, because you know it provides something new. again, it's the same as TV production. Cuma platform kita berbeza. Instead of I have to wait 9 o'clock dekat TV3 baru show ni keluar, tapi show ni kita boleh, we can see it live, we can get tengok balik and things like that. So Kak Jen, to do this kind of productions require cost. So, dan kalau kita ada TV station, artis tak perlu bayar, kan? So, siapa yang berkapasiti untuk buat show-show macam ni? But does this kind of show help the artist and also the industry, you think?
I mean, for me, definitely, but in a very different way. The thing that I have to point out is that when you come down to mindset orang ramai, it takes time to change. Misal kata kita dari kaset ke record ke kaset, kaset to CD, CD to now streaming only. It takes time for that to think. The easiest thing for me to tell you is television to Netflix. It took people 10 years to catch on to Netflix, binge watching. So sekarang ni, everybody is stuck with Netflix and TV is suffering because everybody is saying, oh, I don't need to watch TV. I can just switch on my Netflix and watch it. But it takes time for the mindset to change over. And unfortunately, masa pandemic ni is like a straight cut you at the knees, no choice. And so public is like still tercari-cari, and still we have musicians and artists waiting for live to come back. I think everybody should really try to think now that after 15 bulan, you really need to move on lah. And then, of course, the hope for life to come back is definitely there. We wish for life to be there. And I'm sure it will come back because whatever pandemic the world went through, flu, polio, AIDS, the trick is, of course, vaccination. But and learning to live with the disease, because the disease doesn't go away, the disease is there. But at the same time, we have to, now that we've been through it, kita kena pandemic proof diri sendiri. What is there to stop from? There's something else to happen, walaupun life kembali seperti biasa. I hate the word new normal, and then I wrote that in my IG. The first time I went for meeting at government level, I heard the word new normal. I feel like I want to berdiri and shout at everybody. I felt that. I said, no, there's no such thing as new normal, because life, there is no replacement for life. Tak ada replacement. But after so many months, I have to echo that I need to think out of the box. I need to do something if I want to save my own industry. It's not a matter of I love life anymore. I need to do something, or we all need to do something to save ourselves and to save our industry. So yeah, I think making the change is educating mindsets, changing to accepting life. At the current moment, it's not acceptable because there's so much to watch. I go to YouTube, I've got everything under the sun, from Tiny Desk to God knows what, Justin Bieber, even Justin Bieber online lah. Dia drop dia punya album, hari-hari dia buat versi lain lagu Pictures tu. I was watching, and that's what I do in my spare time. I have nothing to do but to watch what the international artist is doing. So I said, oh pandai every day saya live dekat Spotify lah, live dekat MTV lah, live dekat sini lah. And we know that live itu is sometimes pre-recorded, sometimes live. Yeah. Kita pun faham as professionals in the business, we know. Yeah. But that's the effort that they have to take to get their music out there. He has to promote his music. He can't just stop making music and he of all people, Justin Bieber of all people, can sit back at home and swim in money. We are the ones more dying. So effort kita kena 100 kali lebih dari dia kot. So faham lah. We do need to get up and do something.
Okay. So selama 15 bulan, okay, there were a few virtual concert, because sekarang ni kita dah tak boleh buat konsert secara fizikal lagi. There were a few virtual concerts that's online. For example, kita ada Hakim Rosti. Rosti, kalau boleh tarik sikit. Hakim Rosti did something, okay, something very intimate, acoustic session punya concept, and people have to pay for it. Tapi dia ada keluarkan juga version dekat YouTube, tapi tak semualah, just a part of it. Okay, there were also Bising. Bising just recently did a series of artists doing the concert on Bising. Diorang pun berbayar juga. Kalau ada insert Bising tu sikit ni, nanti kita
aku
just
tengah cari
balik.
Bising tapi tak
Okay.
jumpa. Tak apa, kau just cerita pasal
Ada
Hakim Rosti kan.
okay, so these virtual concerts are paid concerts. Okay, so tak payah tengok jauh lah, kita compare Malaysia dengan Indonesia. Tapi to me it's not a fair punya comparison, because Indonesia jadi sebab rakyat diorang ramai kan, tapi kat Malaysia ni kecil. But again, the public is not well versed macam kenapa aku perlu bayar, benda ni ada kat YouTube, baik aku tengok YouTube aja. You know those kind of mentalities of rakyat Malaysia yang tak nak support, you know, they just nak tengok free je diorang, ataupun nak pergi konsert fizikal, nak lompat-lompat, nak bersama dengan rakan-rakan. So sekarang ni time tengah susah kan. So what do you think that kenapa masyarakat Malaysia macam susah nak menerima konsert berbayar secara virtual ni? You know, what's the main reason? Do you know, do you want to share anything?
I don't. I mean, this has been something that we've been trying to figure out for the longest time. The only time that I rasa that Malaysians are really together in listening to music, because music is definitely very much a uniting factor, is from concert Ikhlas ke bawah. So when you see Ikhlas, how many people turned out for that concert? 100,000? No, 40,000. 40,000 people turned out for that concert. So all the way down Sudirman Chowkit Road, all those, you can see people berpusu-pusu. Kita buat konsert dekat Padang ATM pun ramai orang. Expo, Amin Search, Wings, ramai orang. And I think it's because there's less options available for everybody at that point of time. Is go out and watch a show, otherwise thank you very much, sit at home. So sekarang bila dah ada terlalu banyak option untuk orang dekat rumah, dan kita punya kita punya population tak sebesar Indonesia. So if anybody ever thinks, oh Indonesia boleh, Thailand boleh, Philippines boleh, dua perkara. Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, one language, one nation. The other thing, of course, is because their population is much greater than ours. Thailand is 2 kali kita. Indonesia is 248 million. I've done studies on this. I've watched this. That's why I always lecture anybody that tells me, artis Indonesia boleh. Yelah, 248 million kot. Dia punya niche market tu is 1 million people.
Betul.
Kita punya niche market 5 orang. So that's why I teach people in my class. I will tell people, niche market kita 5 orang. Mak, bapak, adik-beradik awak dengan uncle awak beli CD awak. So awak kena kerja harder to get your core market. You cannot just sit back and hope that you will meletup, that lightning is going to strike you and the sponsorship going to land on your head. Takkan jadi ya. Kalau awak nak things to happen, you have to make it happen. So memang mindset, I think it's because Malaysia is still young. Kita belum belajar macam mana nak respect orang dalam business kreatif. Sekarang ni kita dah make the turn. Dulu bila saya muda, you try telling your parents you want to kerja kreatif, you kena maki kot. Apa ni? You kena doktor, lawyer, engineer, tak boleh. You must go. I have some of our top musicians went to business courses or big Ivy League school just to please their parents. Lepas tu dia pergi Berkeley, or dia balik dia buat music. So we have tons of those cases of people that in those days not acceptable to do music. Saya dapat surat panjang menjela from my mom kot. I balik pukul 5 pagi. Then at 8 o'clock, I'm running outside to the office. Dia dah, oh my god, my daughter sex, drugs and rock and roll. I'm like, hey, hello. You should trust me more than that. But I mean, but that's the facts of the matters. But to make people understand that this business, that's why I made it my life ambition that I must show people that this business is a serious business. This is not my mind, okay? My whole life went into this business. So when people understand this, bila lama kelamaan orang faham. Sekarang ni saya dah nampak change. Parents yang dah kena dari parents dia dulu, doktor, lawyer, engineer, accountant, sekarang ni lebih terbuka pada kids dia, buat apa saja, janji you're the best. You want to be a garbage man? Sure, be a garbage man, but be the best damn garbage man you can be. And that's the attitude nowadays. And I find that's why you have more creatives. Less people nak kerja untuk orang lain. Dia janji dia nak buka burger stall ke, fashion design ke, buat kasut ke, they will do. But when we have people like this, bila kita dah allow untuk creativity, and that still is creativity, you know, making fashion, making shoes, making burger, making food, that's still creativity. Then we should learn that we need to support that creativity. Kalau bukan kita, siapa lagi? That's the line, okay? Well, you think what, Indonesia is going to support our stuff? No. You think Thai people are going to no, they are busy supporting their own kind. So, hello people, learn to support your own. Itu yang paling penting actually. But again, saya faham. It takes time for people to understand this. So sekarang ni, bila you allow your kids to become who they are, to become a restaurant owner, to become a fashion designer, please teach other people to support them because that they need the support. If not, tutup kedai kot. Sekian, terima kasih.
So basically, itu yo.
Mungkin sebab berbalik pada soalan kau tadi kan, sebab macam virtual concert ni, macam sebelum ni kan kita pernah buat untuk Hakim Rosli. Sebab aku rasa mungkin orang yang menonton tu sendiri, dia orang tidak menggunakan proper device yang nak dapatkan the maximum experience. Dia punya sound, dia punya music. Sebab bila aku tengok balik kan, recording virtual concert tu dengan sound system yang best, dia dapat tau feel tu. Dia dapat feel. Cuma yelah kita tak boleh nak jerit, kita tak boleh nak apa. Mungkin benda-benda tu yang kita kena educate orang yang menonton tu sendiri. Kan? Kadang dia lah
kau ni aku tak sempat nak tanya soalan lah kat kau. Aku baru nak tanya soalan tu pada kau, kau jawab sendiri. Aku baru nak tanya soalan tu dekat kau. Sebab apa? Aku cuma nak tahu daripada kau sendirilah. Okay, we know that Rosli technical wizard. Dia orang yang tahu, you know, in terms of setup, in terms of equipment and things like that. So kau rasa sebenarnya dalam kebanyakan virtual concert yang ada kat Malaysia ni, what went wrong? Apa kau rasa technically yang they can do better? Sebab okay, satu from Kak Jan punya point of view dan aku punya point of view juga adalah when even doing a virtual show, even though it's online and things like that, the most important thing that makes you different is the content. Kalau aku pergi angkat gitar atau main -1 dan aku nyanyi, aku live stream, benda tu dah bersepah dari online. Tapi aku cerita sambil aku nak nyanyi, okay, lagu ni aku nyanyi, aku cipta masa aku dekat bawah jambatan, aku kecewa dengan girlfriend aku menangis. Kan, pasal tu aku buat lagu ni. You know, there's content to it. Kan, okay, tu content lah. Tapi in technically, kau rasa macam mana ni? Kenapa virtual concert kat Malaysia ni gagal? Daripada segi ticketing, orang boleh share link aku dengar. Macam tu, beli satu tiket, bagi orang lain share. Kan, lepas tu apa kau rasa lagi yang technically yang that went wrong for it?
Tak tahulah, mungkin start daripada nak menjual virtual concert tu sendirilah. Mungkin bila dia orang dah nampak sebelumnya punya concert, semua orang boleh share je bang. Semua orang boleh, okay, seorang beli and then share dekat 10 orang dan dia orang boleh buka tanpa ada halangan. Mungkin sistem yang dah ready tak ada, yang terus beli, yang dia dah blockkan by IP ke tak ada. So kita kena develop sendiri. Benda-benda macam tu yang kita kena bercerita tentang untuk dapatkan satu private, betul-betul private virtual concert. Kan? Dan bagi pendapat aku je bang, benda ni kalau kau nak tengok apa beza virtual, perkataan virtual, kenapa selama ni kau menonton TV dia tak bergelarkan benda tu virtual? gelarkan benda tu live. Apa beza live dengan virtual? Okay, bagi akulah, live dengan virtual ni, live kau menonton je. Kau tak ada interaction. Bila kita buat virtual concert, virtual is claim virtual, memanglah virtual tu ada live. Tapi when it comes to virtual, kau ada satu benda which is interaction. Bagi aku konten yang kita cadangkan, konten yang korang buat dalam virtual tu kena biar orang boleh participate. In term of comment, in term of apa-apalah pendapat aku. Benda-benda tu yang akan membolehkan orang menonton tu berasa dia berada di dalam environment tu sendiri. Itulah dia.
Tapi bercerita pasal two-way interaction ni, aku rasa yang paling berjaya artis luar lah yang pernah buat benda ni. There was a DJ, I can't remember the name, sumpah aku tak ingat nama DJ ni. Dia buat konsert tu dekat tengah-tengah apartment tau. Dia macam kondo tu keliling. I can't remember. If you remember, who was it? Tiesto? I can't remember.
Alamak, siapa yang tahu nama dia? Gila tu. Gila.
There was a DJ who did that. Dia dekat macam kondo. Dia macam dekat kondo, dia dekat tengah-tengah tau. So everybody who was living there boleh tengok tau dia perform kat tengah-tengah tu. But then they were connected via Zoom. And the DJ can like pinpoint, boleh klik, dekat rumah ni aku nak tengok apa dia orang buat. They were enjoying themselves inside there, you know. So ini yang TV tak boleh buat tau. Even though it's live, TV tak boleh buat benda tu. TV is like a one way communication. I just sit there, bakar kuaci air dengan tengok eyes aku, kan aku boleh enjoy the show macam tu. Tapi bila kita cerita virtual, we can have that two way interaction yang artis Malaysia tak gunakan peluang ni lah. Ni siapa ni?
David Guetta.
David Guetta, Tiesto pula. David Guetta, yes. So main petik je aku ni kan. Nampak? Production ni biasa je. Tapi bila content dia interesting, you know, this is what magic can do tau. Tapi itulah mungkin Malaysia is young. They are really new to all these virtual stuffs, and tenaga pakar dalam live streaming dekat Malaysia yang diiktiraf, tak tahu siapa yang patut iktiraf. Sebenarnya tak ada. Betul Kak Jan? Nobody in the live, there's no official live streaming business production live streaming yang tahu lah. Betul.
Tapi
interesting.
I
Ni
tell
dia
you, even
petik
to
je
get
dekat Zoom.
To get Malaysian public to do this, to really have fun, to let go pun susah. Even at live concert pun, to get them to really, most of them stand. Ya betul. Jibam's job lah tu. Applause.
Kan. So again lah, tak adalah. Itu, that's why Malaysia is still new lah. Tak ramai, mungkin ada yang yang akan support, ada yang tahu, but again it's still very niche. Masih lagi golongan kecil, mungkin kita belum terbuka lagi kan. So but again, with the pandemic, saya rasa a lot things are moving faster lah. Even cikgu pun dah kena mengajar online sekarang ni. Kan, terkial-kial lagi, masih sampai sekarang masih terkial-kial. Tapi again, doing all this thing, live streaming, whether personal or for business, it takes education. Korang again, semua orang ingat YouTube, kita boleh tengok kat YouTube, belajar kat YouTube. Yes, betul. Tapi does it work with your workflow? Kan, that's why kita kena ada, kalau ada peluang, belajarlah. Belajar, siapa yang tahu mengajar tu, belajarlah. Contoh macam kita kat Migo Live, we are also doing trainings using, vMix to do productions and things like that, so that kita orang ni jenis, myself dengan Rosli Jen, kita orang tak boleh tengok kejahilan depan mata. Tahu, kita tak boleh tengok kejahilan depan mata. Kita kalau boleh, we want to educate, we want to share our experience with them, so we can produce better and it looks good. Tak adalah nampak cheap sikit, nampak murah, nampak tak berkualiti. So what's that? Ni Malaysia punya production tak bagus. We don't want that. Kan? So even Migo Live, bila kita start pun, we are now, even though we are doing a lot of corporate events and things like that, companies and suppliers from outside is looking, Migo Live, who is this? From Malaysia. Kan? We are getting that, because in this live streaming business, it's like worldwide. And then with the power of social media, we are connected like from anywhere to anywhere. Okay, so that's one thing lah. Okay, Kak Jan, thank you so much. I think so. Ada satu je lagi saya nak tanya. The future of what the future of our industry lah. do you think, you know, how long would it take to heal and, you know, everything returns back to normal, whereby, you know, in terms of payment, in terms of crew punya payment kita nak bayar jadi normal balik. Sekarang ni we can even pay half orang berebut nak ambil that particular job. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jen. Sampai kita pun bukanlah kita tak nak bayar, tapi everything has been cut down kan. Orang ingat live streaming ni budget boleh potong, tapi sebenarnya it's the same. Tapi again, bila keadaan mendesak kan, everything has to be cut down. Kesian lah dekat crew, you know, working double shifts and things like that. So do you think the future of our industry, how long would it take to heal, and you know, would there be government support ke macam mana?
I mean, I really think that whatever happens, all the people really need to make an effort to understand live streaming. Although, like I said, we hope that live will come back, but everything will take time. Even if we come back tomorrow, even if the government says, okay guys, you can do shows now, audience willing to come back ke tidak? Audience may take another while to come back. So we still have to think about how we want to do it. At the current moment, the corporates are the ones that have the money to do shows. And of course, all those people that have their businesses online, that people are shopping like hell, Zalora, Shopee, Lazada, they obviously have some kind of money available to them to promote. So, apa dia cucuk langit ni?
Dia shopping, dia banyak shopping tu. Yang atas saya ni banyak shopping. Ni banyak shopping ni.
Banyak equipment lah tu.
Jangan.
Sehari-hari kotak but I think it will take time. Eventually we will go from zero to having hybrid shows, meaning which half live, half which we've already done a couple of times already. Now even Hari Gig Kebangsaan has been half and half. We've had all kinds of things that have happened. We have a lot of platforms that have been trying to help, Tapao, P6. There are a lot of shows happening online. We have to just continue to promote, to try and get audiences normalized with watching on a screen. If we can do talk now, everybody, kalau kita nak buat group picture pun, semua, kalau you tengok IG for the last 6 months, group picture has been Windows. So that's so strange, that's so janggal. It's no more orang hugging ke, raya apa ke, semua kotak-kotak. So if you have become used to that in your normal life, you can imagine your entertainment also has to be consumed like this. So but I think Rosli brought up a really good point tadi. Technically, we need to be sound, and people need to understand. Even music streaming sebenarnya kena faham that kalau saya dengar music dari telefon saya akan ada frekuensi yang drop out. Saya takkan get the full experience of the music that's being produced. Sama dengan show, sama dengan concert. So, are people willing to buy stereo sound systems in their houses? That it's amazing that they will do it if they nak main game. Dia beli kerusi, dia beli headphone, dia beli mic. Tapi bila buat konsert, tak apalah, tak payahlah. So I think it's a mindset there as well, to understand that I need to get some kind of equipment to get a full experience, even if it's headphones. Headphones is better than no headphones. And the other thing, of course, the thing that we all can't help is the broadband, because broadband is not available everywhere. Kita dekat KL semua ada Unify lah, 500 MBS, but dekat luar tu, some of them have streaming still.
Betul.
Don't talk us. This one is a problem for mengajar. Teaching is the biggest problem is this. So kita pun akan face the same problem if you want to try and get mass audience. But the future of our business is such that kita come from a business that very few people have the chance to do. We are actually very, very lucky in life. We get to do things that normal people will never do. I'm sure, Jibam, you've done things that sometimes when you pandang balik, you like, wow, man, I actually did that. I did F1 lah, I shake this fellow's hand lah, I give pass mic to some Yahoo, kan? I do that. I like, gila weh, aku panjat KLCC tingkat 88 look down. And then I think to myself, man, I am so lucky that in my job, I get to face this, see this. We do the stupidest things in our job as production people. Even cameramen, crew, it's like, hello, the genset have to be 5 miles away. Can we make that work? It's like 5 miles away. Yes. So, I mean, that kind of experience we get experience every show we do. It is never the same, and that I think is what makes us want to do more. Like Jibam said, everybody in the show has only one goal: do the best damn show. There's nobody that does show that wants to fail. Nobody. Even if they make a mistake, it's not because they want to fail. No. It's just a mistake. So kita kena, for me, please stay where you are. I dah pernah cakap dengan government, my biggest fear is people leave our industry. Don't leave. If you have to take a break, take a break. If you have to earn your income from somewhere else for the moment, please earn your income from elsewhere for the moment. But when it comes back, please come back, because everybody is special in this business because they know how to do things. And some of our teams that we work with, they're mind readers. Kita tak payah cakap pun dia orang dah buat, kan, Jibam? Dia dah aku tahu apa nak buat. Aku tahu mana nak letak kamera pasal Rosli nak panggil kamera tu dekat sini. So that kind of teamwork is not easy to build, man. And that kind of trust in the team is not easy to build. So that there is never a show that I didn't do without a team. I never did a show seorang. So let's forget about that. Kan?
Crazy. You can manage alone, but you need a team to execute. It's no way you can manage and execute by yourself. That's bullshit. Aku tak pernah lagi jumpa orang macam tu. Okay, so basically I rasa Jen, you have like telepathy punya powers ke apa, because during your talk just now you answered 3 questions without even we asking the questions. Okay, the question was from Julian Chan and also Kevin Tersira, sorry if I'm wrong. So dia cakap dia punya soalan dia pasal cost in terms of doing live streaming. Kevin asked about the broadband infrastructure in Malaysia, things like that. So you answered everything already. Senang, kita tak banyak bercakap kita malam ni, Rosni.
But for you guys who are planning to do things like concerts or do something different, for artists, musicians that are online right now, that you want to do something, please don't hesitate to reach out to any one of us. We have all the time in the world now to help you do whatever you want to do. You want to do concert upside down inside a swimming pool, hang from a tree, we have all the time to help you. We have all the equipment doing nothing. So all you have to do is ask. We can reach a happy medium. Yeah. We don't need to be paid the millions that we're being paid before. Well, I'm telling a lie, we never get paid millions. But now is the best time to try doing a good production with the people available, the manpower available. Like they said lah, setengah half price pun semua orang lari lah. Free pun ada. Saya pun buat free because saya nak keep in touch with what is happening on the ground. I need to continue to understand how to serve the community. So please ask anybody who is wanting to do shows. Please ask us.
Sometimes orang takut lah, Jen. Mungkin again nama Jennifer Thompson, takkan aku nak tanya Jennifer Thompson.
Bodoh.
Kan takkan kan. Orang pun, aku pun bengang kadang cakap, takkan aku nak tanya Jibam producer AJL buat ni, takkan dia nak tolong aku. Those kind of mentality is bullshit lah. Serious. CST Production buat video gila-gila, takkan aku nak call minta kita orang sampai buat benda free pun ada juga. Because why? Again, macam saya cakap industry entertainment, dia it's not bukan satu industri yang money yang besar lah, bukan duit yang besar dekat situ. Tapi again, Rosli, myself, Kak Jen, for the love of industry, music tu dalam jiwa kita. Kita orang tak pernah dapat pun siapa-siapa artis, bam, aku nak buat konsert bang, boleh tak kita cerita sembang sikit macam mana kan. Tapi again, dia terputus di tengah jalan. Oh mahal lah, oh inilah itulah. Sembang lah dulu, tanyalah dulu, discuss dulu kan. Ini potong tengah-tengah macam tu, tanya lepas tu diam. Kan, we always get that. Kan, again,
the
lepas tu
best
bila
part Jibam is, Jibam busy lah. Sebenarnya awak tak busy langsung. Semua orang takut nak tanya. Dia cakap, Jibam busy, dia tak dapat buat lah. Alamak, tolong sikit. Tak tanya pun.
Ayat-ayat biasa yang dah
Jen,
dengar dah.
again, ayat-ayat biasa lah. To me, kalau music, Jen, I'm willing to help lah. Because my passion is music. Selepas saya keluar daripada TV3, saya dah masuk ke alam corporate. Kat situlah business banyak. Okay, again, but corporate is corporate. But potong lengan ni, darah keluar ni, music keluar dulu tau. You know, music is there. So we like that. We like entertainment. So anybody, siapa yang nak reach out, just tanyalah, sembang dulu kan. Kalau korang, tapi again, korang kena serius lah. Tak boleh macam, kita tengoklah, ada baru kita jalan, tak ada, diam. Selalu macam tu kan. Again, kita kena anggap business ni serius. Even entertainment industry is serious kan. Baru we can prove ourselves. Kalau kita tak nak be serious, macam main-main, tengoklah kan. And you want everything for free, memang susah lah kan. Certain things kita pun nak cari makan juga, Jen, kan, betul tak? Okay, you know, things like that.
I mean,
again,
we can cut
zaman
back.
We can
Cut back.
We can cut back
certain things, but we have to give people money where money is due. Like if your show is based on sound, you need a damn good sound engineer. You cannot cut corners with that. Okay, so. And then again, you could have a sound engineer that's your best friend to come on board. So we can all put our expertise together at a, like we said lah, boleh bincang lah, semua boleh bincang lah.
Betul lah. Okay lah. So dah sejam dah rupanya kita bersembang, Li.
Betul lah.
Kesian Kak Jen. Kita cakap dia kejap je kan, dah jadi sejam.
Bila banyak konten kita tak reti nak mencelam bagi aku. Sebab kita biasa
betul.
sembang teknikal.
But it was a good session lah. Good sharing lah. Thank you so much, Kak Jen, for joining us. We at Migo Live really appreciate it. We're just trying out some new stuff. We don't want to talk technical saja. We want content to be involved as well, because at the end of the day, even is entertainment industry, content is king. Your knowledge in terms of technical pun is key juga. It has to be a balance there. Kita tak boleh nak macam, you know, pentingkan salah satu sahaja kan. So that's why we bring in guests to share with us lah. Okay, thank you so much, Kak Jen. Hopefully
thank you so much, guys.
Stay safe. Let's pray for the industry to come back together. Thank you so much. Okay, Kak Jen, see you soon.
Job virtual, jangan lupa Migo Live.
Okay.
Panggil lah kami. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Alright, Kak Jen, see you. Bye.
Thank you to the audience for tuning in. Good night, guys. Stay safe, everybody.
Bye.
Happy CMCO, ABCDF, GMCO, whatever lah. Bye.
Bye, Kak Jen.
Aduh, terima kasih, Kak Jen. Aku macam tergamam bila dengar dia punya input.
Gila lah.
Yes, betul je bang, betul. Apa yang dia cakap tu semua cakap memang that's true. Itu yang sekarang yang industri sedang berlaku kan.
Tapi aku terkesan satu benda lah, weh. Masa dia cakap pasal apa tau, nak minta bantuan kerajaan. Itu memang
kau terkesan, aku tak terkesan lama bang. Benda-benda tu actually yes, government ada menyediakan saluran-saluran yang bantuan lah. Cakap kan, bantuan untuk artis, bantuan untuk apa, korang nak buat projek apa pun, semua ada bantuan tu. Tapi ramai yang stuck in term of documentation, in term of presentation. Sebab they are looking for good proposal. And dia orang tak pandang pun kau siapa. Kalau proposal kau bagus, tapi yang di belakang tu tak bagus pun, kadang itu yang dapat. Itu yang macam alamak. So talent aku tak boleh bawa ke mana-mana lah sebenarnya kan. Tu lah terkesan lah, terkesan.
Jangan cakap macam tu. Jangan cakap
Tak,
macam tu.
dia rasa
InsyaAllah
macam
adalah
sedih
rezeki
lah.
kita
Tapi
nanti.
itulah Alhamdulillah tiba-tiba kawan aku seorang ni dia bawa masuk, dia datang, "Nah Ali, aku dah siap proposal." "Wih, proposal ni kau buat berapa minggu?" "1 malam je." "Okey." Itulah Jibam.
Adalah.
Itulah topik-topik yang menarik. So,
Okey
jangan
lah,
lupa,
satu best lah.
Jangan lupa kita
Okay,
insyaAllah kita akan kupaskan macam-macam topik lagi next episode. Kita
Yeah.
cuba dapatkan beberapa konten yang menarik untuk kita sharekan di sampai-sampai kita ada apa PKPB, PK whatever lah kan.
PK lah sendiri. Kita
lah
akan
sendiri.
live next live kita pada hari Isnin kot Lee Kita akan bawa
InsyaAllah,
seorang
yes.
tetamu juga. Kalau kita boleh, kita sebenarnya saya ada target seorang YouTuber ya, content creator dekat YouTube. Kawan awak juga. Saya pun pernah mengajar dia. Sekarang dia lagi popular. Tak tahulah, kalau boleh kita dapatkan pencerita untuk join kita pada hari
mana tahu.
Isnin nanti. Kita tak tahulah nanti kita calling kan. Mana tahu kita
kalau
dapat.
tak
Tapi
sibuk lah.
kita nak kita nak invite lah mereka yang dalam industri untuk sharing session ni, supaya again kita nak borak santai, nak tanya pasal how does pandemic ni memberikan kesan yang sangat hebat lah kepada kita dalam industri ni. Okay, so terima kasih banyak kepada semua audience kita. Alhamdulillah ramai banyak comments, discussion. Audience kita pun dah mencapai sedikit kan. Okay, thank you so much. So harap kita dapat berjumpa sekali lagi nanti hari Isnin nanti. Hari ni hari Jumaat. Have a good weekend, stay safe. Selamat menyambut PKPD. EFGHIJK LMNOP. Panjang sikit dia punya PKPD tu. Alright. Ali, nanti jangan lupa boleh promote kelas kita. Rasanya tarikh dah boleh announce kot. Kita dah boleh announce tarikh ke?
Tapi aku
Dah
tak
ada
announce
ke?
kita tu. Boleh je, tak apa. Announce tadi boleh.
Oh. Okay, so pada 17 hari bulan, betul?
Ya,
17
betul.
hari bulan, Crocs Film akan membuat satu online class. Okay, online class. Nanti kita akan share online class ni pasal final lagi. Okay, cerita dia edit sampai lebam bersama. Diorang ni adalah anak muda alumni CST. Diorang ni the new breed of CST. So editing diorang memang power. Bukan level saya pun tak pandai nak edit macam diorang ni. Okay, so tarikh kita dah tukar. Sekarang ni pada 17 Julai.
Dekat poster tu masih
sebab
10 tapi
nak
kita
bagi
dah
peluang.
tetapkan pada 17 hari bulan. Sesiapa
Betul,
yang nak
17 hari
belajar
bulan
editing,
dan-
sesiapa yang nak tahu tentang production, daripada saya akan Jibam akan berada dalam tu. Apa benda yang kita nak sampaikan lagi, tunggu. Okey.
Dan pada hari berikutnya 18 hari bulan, hari Ahad, kita akan adakan sekali lagi kelas VMix. Okay, kelas VMix boleh dapatkan di Kauku Store. Okay, kat sini. This is kita punya workshop kita. Nanti boleh
Date pun
letak
akan
link
bertukar
dekat bawah.
kepada 18 hari bulan.
Date akan bertukar 18 hari bulan Julai. Okay, ni basic dan juga advanced class VMix. So kalau siapa yang minat boleh DM privately pada kami dan kita akan share the link untuk register. Alright.
Ini di antara projek-projek kami
rasanya,
sebelum ni.
ini antara projek-projek kita lah. Dan
Jibam,
mungkin
kau
kalau
suara
mereka
kau,
terlepas,
kau delay lah bang, kau punya respon sebab kau pakai wireless headset. Wireless headset dia akan delay. Lepas dia jangan pakai wireless headset.
okey lah. Aku tak ada
Hari ni
yang
suara
tak wireless.
sedap lah. Ramai puji suara kau ni, sedap.
Itu ada. Delay lah pula.
Tak apa. Okay, alright. So, editing, siapa-siapa yang nak memberi pendapat, nak beri cadangan tentang live streaming kita orang, siapa-siapa yang korang rasa patut kita orang bawa ke dalam live streaming ni, sebab sekarang ni dah korang nak sebut dia siapa je, kita boleh invite dia via call macam ni lah, macam saya invite Jibam ni kan. So kita boleh berkomunikasi, kita boleh kupas topik-topik yang menarik untuk kita orang sharekan bersama-sama. Walaupun topik kita ni bukan orang mass nak tahu, tapi ada golongan-golongan yang harus tahu, yang boleh berbincang bersama-sama kita orang. Okay Jibam, anything?
Alright,
Dah
thank
sejam
you mate.
lebih dah,
Itu
lapar
saja.
ni.
Have a good weekend. Lapar apa lapar.
Apa dia?
Have a,
Alright. Terima kasih
have a
Jibam.
good weekend. Have a good weekend.
Terima
Thank you.
kasih.
Selamat PKPD.
Jibam.
Kita
Aku
jaga
nak-
kita.
Aku
Ya.
nak tengok kau. Okay, bye-bye Jibam. Itu dia. Comel sikit muka tu. Comel lagi.
Bodoh lah kau. Bye.
Itulah dia Jibam. Jibam, sahabat saya. sekarang dah jadi share business saya dalam Minggu Live. So Alhamdulillah saya malam ni saya terkelu dengan kata-kata Kak Jan tadi. Dan saya percaya ramai lagi yang mendengar kita pada malam ni. Dan yes, benda tu adalah kenyataan yang berlaku. So kita jumpa lagi pada hari Isnin minggu depan ni, InsyaAllah bersama-sama saya dalam The Swimming Bros, bersama-sama partner saya Mr. Jibam. Kita akan mengupas topik-topik yang menarik. Jadi siapa-siapa yang tak kenal kita orang boleh menonton video-video ni kan. Saya playbackkan sebelum saya meninggalkan, sebelum saya cut streaming ni, kita playbackkan satu video. So selamat malam. Assalamualaikum.
Welcome to a new virtual experience.